Phew. Yeah. Phew. Yep. It was I, Angry Max. Just a warning, throughout the stream you might hear some coughing. I am still recovering from COVID, as it were. However, I'm otherwise fine. Just a lingering cough, as happens. Especially because I'm asthmatic. But I am otherwise all fine. Let's see if I can get the face cam running. Good old face cam. How's that look? It looks good. I did some work with the face cam, made it less bad looking. Yeah, there's still kind of a halo around me if you look closely, but I don't think that's like a deal breaker. I don't think that's that bad. Yeah. It's a much better setup than before. I'm no longer using like aggressive like background culling or whatever it's called, background removal. It's all just green screen, baby. And a mask because my green screen is too small. Otherwise you'd see like up in these corners where my fingers are getting cut off, you'd see like over my green screen. But yeah, I've done actually a lot of things to work on the stream quality. Let me remove this stream starting soon text. I did some stuff kind of in the back end that you guys won't notice with like audio tracks to make it easier for me to edit. Because I don't know if this is actually going to turn into a video. Hardcore 2.0, we'll see. If it is in a video, it might be in like a compilation type of video, but we'll see. Additionally, there's something else I did in terms. Oh yeah, chat now displays on screen again. I don't know why that ever broke. Like, I honestly don't know why. But yeah, I can, I'll go ahead and type a message. On a test message. You'll see it'll pop up, like, on me. Pretty cool. The only issue with it is, like, if a lot of people are typing at once, my face will start to get covered, but if that happens, which I don't think it will, I can, like, remove the text, obviously. So anyways, Sunshine Hardcore. Oh, is Nightbot working? I didn't test Nightbot, that's another thing I did. Slash, or exclamation point hardcore. Nightbot isn't working. Or maybe it's... Oh no, Nightbot is working, nice, okay. So yeah, there, I now have a command for hardcore to appear on screen, so that's pretty cool. Or in chat, but also on screen. It kind of looks bad, the message, doesn't it? See, I thought it would have line breaks in it, but it doesn't. Whatever. Anyways, hardcore. Let's get to some hardcore runs. I haven't been practicing like crazy in the time in between streams, mostly because I was sick and I didn't feel like doing anything but laying around and recovering. There's a lingering remnant of that sickness. But yeah, so hardcore. I'll just go ahead and explain the rules real quick, even though it is kind of in a chat message. So it's a challenge run. It's a challenge run that's meant to be beatable, not like Floor is Lava where it's like, can this even be done? But it's a challenge run that's... Oops. Well, good thing that's not an email I actually use. Thanks, iTunes. I have to have iTunes up for my camera to work. Anyways. So. Let me get a drink real quick. It is a challenge run that is meant to be beaten. The rules of the challenge run are this. HP damage is permanent and also lasts in between levels. So think like Super Mario 64. If you have like half health in the castle, then you go into Bob-omb Battlefield, you'll still have half health. It's like that here in Super Mario Sunshine now with a mod I made. So, HP lasts between levels, and it's also permanent. If I pick up a coin, it doesn't restore my HP. That's been hard modded to be the case. Sorry, I'm adjusting the pillow that's behind me to be more comfortable. No voluntary flood refills. So this one is a bit more loosey-goosey. It's enforced by the mod for refilling in water, for instance. So if I walk into water, press R, flood won't refill, flood won't even spray. However, when I am, if I pick up like a 1-up mushroom, or if I pick up a nozzle and that refills flood, that is a run fail and I have to restart. Speaking of which, failing the run means restarting. So dying equals entirely restarting. Refilling flood in a way that is voluntary equals restarting. Yeah. So no voluntary refills. So that also means in between level transitions, flood gets refilled. That's okay. Deep underwater where flood is always being refilled, that's okay. Stuff like that is okay. Because like I said, it's meant to be beaten. Otherwise, this challenge would be impossible. And one of the most important rules, only 5 days to win. Hardcore 1.0. The point of this was to be all within like a week. But here in 2.0, because of a lot of different factors, I haven't been able to play hardcore all in 1 week, so it's been spread out. But still 5 days. Anyways, let's get into a run finally. Sorry if my mouse is showing up. I thought I was going to open the goop there. I haven't really played Sunshine too much at all since I've been sick, so... It's actually kind of risky when you to upper slide into the goop over here. So at the beginning of this, the first couple of minutes will look a lot like a speedrun, because it's just the beginning of the game. However, pretty soon we're going to delineate from the normal 80% path. And actually, I made notes about what I wanted my routing to be, but the notes are you guys. My phone. My phone is my camera. So that's kind of awkward. Okay, so I'm actually not gonna drop down because it risks taking damage. Okay. I could drop down. It was more so, what I was really avoiding was like a slide. You can like slide into the goop during the cutscene of unlocking the polluted piranha, and then when you respawn, you could respawn like in the polluted piranha like mound, goop mound thing. Don't know why I said it like that. Okay. That's sick, man. Just went through that goop. Watch out. Oh, dear Lord. I almost, for a second there, I almost thought I had a Gecko code thing I was testing with, I've been testing like spectator cam stuff for Super Mario Sunshine Online. Just in my off time. And I thought I was going to teleport to Shadow Mario there because I forgot to turn off the camera. Also, that keeps going. That's fun. Ever since I learned that, I've been obsessed with that. Okay, give me 1 second. I want to do something. With Super Mario Sunshine Hardcore is that you want to get to more people as soon the baseline. Right now, I really feel like coming out of it with 0 points of damage is the baseline. However, I felt like it was worth that damage. I might not have been paying attention. I definitely, in that moment, wasn't paying enough attention to the game. However, I was paying enough attention that I think it was an amazing try. Okay, so right now, you want to basically get through 1 through 4. It's like, those are the most risky levels. So basically, I don't know how it got that low. Thank you for letting me know, though. Man. Okay, anyways. I was saying before, I'm not surprised that I'm still bad at this clip. There we go. It's honestly not that tough of a clip, but one, you have to practice. Thank you, Fat. Okay, so Surrender 2 is a pretty risky level in terms of flat-out dying, which is why we're willing to take a level of taking damage to get to. Since the idea is that Free Noki want to minimize as much risk of taking damage as possible and get all the risky levels of flat-out dying out of the way first. Waiting for that guy to go by. That's why I waited for that guy to go by, because you can fall through, by the way. But was I not holding it? I guess I wasn't. Okay, every like fiber of my being wants to do this the speed way, but I'm not going to because I actually think risking that, even to restart a run that's early in, would be like just kind of annoying if I died. And of course, no momentum spin jump here. Nice. Okay. So yeah, that is one level with a huge risk of flat out dying out of the way. And we want to move on to Serena 4. Excuse me. We want to move on to Serena 4 as the next level that has a huge risk of flat out dying. We'll get as many of those out of the way before Noki. And then after Noki, we want to deal with all the levels that have huge risk of, or most of the levels that have a huge risk of just taking flat out damage. One funny thing too is I need to enter Corona Mountain with 2 HP, at least. You'd almost think 1 HP, but it's actually 2. Since your max underwater HP actually doesn't update until you load into different levels. Which is like a kind of thing. Honestly, unintended side effect that I'm just playing around with. Of my own mod. Excuse me. Like I said, yeah, I'm still recovering from having COVID, so coughing will be a thing. This level is easy peasy, no risk at all. No risk of absolutely anything, except maybe taking damage if I look stupid. Like, the only risk of taking damage is right here, doing this wall jump. And which, I don't even think you would take fall damage. I don't think that's how that works. Although, I don't really know. When it's starting off strong. By the way, I have entirely decided to not go for any more filler shine sprites. To rush Noki. And then yeah, COVID is a jerk. Thanks for stopping by, Steven. I'm lucky to have been vaccinated, so it wasn't like awful for me, but it was still not fun. Especially I have asthma, so. But I wasn't like super suffering or anything. It was mostly, honestly, the least comfortable part was like the fever. The coughing this time around, because I've had COVID twice now. The coughing this time around actually wasn't too bad. Like before, when I've had COVID, it got to the point where it's like I would hold in coughs because it like hurt, but didn't really get to that point this time around, thankfully. I'm lucky to have had access to COVID vaccines and such. And to be in a position where I would want to take one too. Not that I'm trying to preach about that. Although maybe I should. I don't know. That's a tough. that's a very tough thing to love. And I'm gonna stop. No major skips are allowed for this challenge, but this is not a major skip. I define a major skip as anything that skips a shine sprite, basically. Unintended as well. I'm not going to do speed threats here, even though I'd love to, and I think I could. This is a, honestly, a very tough level to play slow. I'm impatient. I don't think this cube comes this way. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, I can go now. I'm like taking some weird risks here. Honestly, not really risks. Although diving when I did on the spinny platform, I could have bonked on the red thing. Oh, whoa. That was weird. Okay. Easy. Welcome to my casual playthrough of Super Mario Sunshine. It's honestly the strat, though, for secrets anyways, to just play them casually. Mostly. Okay, so I'm actually going to be done with Sorna for now, because I think it's just, like, not worth the risk anymore. Like, King Boo is a damage risk level, so is Sorna 6, so is Sorna 7. And the goal is to not take damage, especially vitally, before Noki. Now I'm gonna get Bianco, mostly Bianco kills as a whole out of the way. I'm avoiding that sprinkler because that can refill blood, and that'll fail the challenge. So, because it is intended, we are allowed to skip Bianco 1. I think it's the only shine that you're intended to be able to skip in this game. Honestly, a little bit risky jumping on that guy. Because if I'm not careful, which I'm not always, especially in these, like, quote-unquote early game levels, early game for the speedrun levels, I'm not very careful. Because I'm just trying to not be hit. We can just play PD like we normally do here. Never run out of water normally, so there's no risk of running out of water, even using spam sprays. I just need to make sure I don't get clipped underground by PD. Because that would be instant death. Like, I can't even, like, pause. One thing I, didn't opposite of appreciate, unappreciate about this challenge when I did Hardcore 1.0, the early game is kind of boring. Because the early game is not a lot at risk. The run gets more and more interesting as it keeps going because more and more gets on risk. Yeah, and same could be said for a speedrun, except with speedruns you're still like always pushing yourself to go as fast as possible, so it's like kind of interesting, I think, to watch. I don't know if you could say the same for this challenge run. The beginning is quite slow. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't refill there. I like realized I shouldn't be getting anywhere near that sprinkler a little bit too late. Because I was thinking more about the, I don't even know what they're called, blue guys that shoot their seed at you. Okay. I said the strat with secret stages to play them casually, but honestly I find this stage easier speedrun. Mostly for like the Cheez-It block section. Yeah. Okay. I now am gonna think about routing here. So here's the deal. We could continue in Bianco. Bianco 4 kind of risks taking damage, mostly with the Wind Spirit for the last coin, but if I hang right, the Wind Spirit won't spawn. And of course the Tightrope technically, but the Tightrope isn't a big deal. Bianco 5 is a huge damage risk. I am all but guaranteed to take damage in Bianco 5, in my opinion. Yeah, that's right. That sounds about right. Bianco 6 is a huge risk of dying, especially because I don't feel confident playing that level speed strats or casual strats. So I think I'm gonna go for Bianco 6 here. And try my best to get through Bianco 5 damageless. Obviously, I'm trying my best to get through every level damageless, but Bianco 5 is gonna be like the big one. Must be. washed. I could have taken damage there. Honestly, I'm actually not too worried about messing up speed strats on Emulator. Okay, yeah, I hang right here for when Spirit won't spawn. And then I'm free to collect this coin and not worry about it attacking me after the cutscene. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna dive right into that thing if I get the course correct. Okay. That is another level done. Excuse me. Level by level. I would say hardcore would take probably about 2 hours, so maybe an hour and a half. Well, considering my PP is a 125 with the speedrun, an hour and a half sounds actually pretty generous. So 2 hours. If I completed this in an hour and a half, that'd actually be kind of wild, because I have to do all gelato as well. I actually should be saving water as much as possible here. Okay, here's the goal. The stupid, like, piranha plants that spawn are gonna be my biggest issues, I think. So I'm gonna remove the goop around them so they don't spawn ahead of time. I think that gets that. There's more that spawn, but those are the two I'm mostly worried about. Okay. Yo, Ben! What's up? This is gonna be tough. I'm doing a challenge run of Super Mario Sunshine called Hardcore. The rules are damage is permanent in between levels, so if you see that I'm missing like 1 HP right there, that's permanent for the entire run. If I die, I have to completely reset. Sorry. No voluntary flood refills. There's some flood refills that are forced. Oh, SRS, I don't know what that is. I think those are basically... Oh yeah, and I have 5 days to do this one. So... I'm pretty limited on time, in terms of attempts. This is how everyone's inflation feather started, by the way, PD Corona. Ooh, collision. So I have to play this game a bit slower than I'm used to with this challenge run. I'm actually surprised I've this far at this level specifically without any damage. Got lucky. Fine. Okay. I'm having a bit of a tough time because of these guys. They're making it hard for me to... I have to be very careful about my water usage here. I also have to be careful about the goop guys in general, because not only do they... can they do damage to me, but if I jump on them on accident, they can like refill Mario's water, which would be a one fail. And I would have to restart. I'm actually super pleased to have gotten out of that level without taking a point of damage. That's like one of the big risks of taking damage throughout the run. And being able to check that off means one less point of damage. It's basically like getting out of Strana 1 without taking damage, honestly. I also optimized some strats since my last stream, particularly in Rico 2. Last time around I forgot. It's better to take the surf blooper to the loading zone, because you take damage when you don't do that. So I took an unnecessary point of damage last time. And last run failed because I took too much damage too early. Oh, thank God there's ground right here. I got a bit greedy with that rollout. Oh dear Lord. Bonking a lot. Bring back the bonk counter. Actually, that might still work. No, I don't think it does. That was from Twitch. Wait, you're in inflation? Wait, this is freaking awesome. Dear Lord, every fiber of my being wants to go for speed threats here. Honestly, I think I should. It's more entertaining. I am allowed to pick up this 1-up because it does not refill my HP. The thumbnail says no 1-ups, by the way. That's not to say that you can't collect 1-ups. It's to say that you don't get... Actually, I don't know what that is to say, because the thumbnail also says no extra lives, so I think I just didn't think it through when I originally made it. Welcome to my casual playthrough of Super Mario Sunshine. How's it going, Mr. Red Robin? How's the internet break? Which I know I don't say that sarcastically, because that is exactly how I took my internet break. My internet break was not actually an internet break. It was, but it wasn't. I think I beat Rico now. I'm at 11 shines. I don't know why I thought of that. Also, I should have done travel skip while I was doing that. Sick. Right, I'm doing the timing for travel skip when I'm way closer. Excuse me. I actually do think I should be doing Pinna next. So what I'm gonna do, I should be doing Pinna and Gelato. Okay. What I'm gonna do is, okay. I want to, not Gelato, Pianta. What I want to do is Pianta, up to Pianta 5. That's 5 more shines. Pinna, I want to do up to Pinna 6. That will bring me up to 21, which is a funny number, but also 1 more than I need for Nibble. I could do EYG and then come back for Pinna 4, or wait, which one is it you skip? Pinna 5. Skip Pinna 5. That's actually a really funny routing thing. Because I remember I was having this problem when I was trying to route this on my notepad that is on my phone, but I can't access now because you guys are on my phone. Man, those Goombas did not want to die. There's one all the way on top of the lighthouse. Never seen that before. Nice.
Whoa.
Time for fetch entry. Okay, we're not doing fetch entry. Okay, I'm just not doing spin jumps apparently. I pressed that A button twice there, and only one came through. I must have pressed it like earlier or something. Oof, my butt hurts. I'm on a... My old chair broke, so I'm on like a dining chair. And even when putting pillows under me, it still hurts my butt. Oh right, I'm not on JP, so I have to use space. That's such a weird difference between JP and... JP and... all non-JP levels. Not all fast. Or I'm just slow. I don't know why I'm not doing like the speed grab launch thing. I know how to do it quickly. I don't think it hurts going for it. Maybe it does hurt going for it in a speedrun when I have time to lose, but I don't have time to lose here. I actually, in general, even though it's not a speedrun, I do want to be going through hardcore as fast as possible. Okay. Pianta 2, virtually no risk of... Ugh. This run's feeling good. Only 1 point of damage pen chimes in. I was sad to have taken damage so early, but luckily it's been the only point. And especially with, we have some pretty damage risky levels out of the way now. There are, of course, more. Okay, what is that time? I think it's 1918. What a great year. I don't know if that was a great year, actually. I should say that. It could, some, like, horrible atrocity could have happened that year. I'm not very cultured with my history dates. Okay. Pianta 2 out of the way. Now here's a real interesting one. Pianta 3. Pianta 3, it took a damage, and last time, this is actually where the run failed. Although I did Pianta way later in the run. I failed to taking damage, to a freaking Wind Spirit. I found like going to the right there is more consistent for avoiding taking damage than going to the left, which is what I should have done first time around. Oh, I'm so lucky I didn't take fire damage there. Okay. And then what we want to do is come up the tree, walk up to this leaf, jump onto this leaf, and then we can jump down to the platform, and we can do this with virtually no risk. One thing that is important with this jump is where you land. You don't want to bonk, because you can bonk and fall all the way back down in the group. In fact, it's actually way more probable than you might assume. You bonk and fall all the way back down to the group. And falling to the goop would be like horrendously bad for this run. Taking at least 3 points of damage. This is probably the... I don't know if it's the riskiest level, but it's the most punishing level for this challenge, probably. aside from Corona Mountain itself. Corona Mountain is very difficult and actually Corona Mountain isn't that punishing. It's interesting to think about. Corona Mountain is hard but not punishing because you can like quit out of it if something goes wrong. I have to actually practice that strat more. This is the strat where you like do that. Oh wait, run me? Actually, I can't believe I actually kind of been forgetting a lot of these chain chomp strats. Hello. First of all, why are you going so fast? Second of all, the boxing this thing is really bad. I didn't get the dive out. Wait, that's actually crazy. I got the backflip, but not the dive. Oh yeah, I've been drinking my mug all the way, like this way the entire time. But it's it has a design on it. Area 51, out of this world. Ooh. Very conspiratorial. So the eternal debate in my head is whether or not to go for Yoshi Skip. Because here's the deal with Yoshi Skip. Yoshi Skip risks flat out dying. Getting Yoshi risks flat out dying even more. Yoshi Skip risks taking damage. There's a lot of issues here, and ultimately I'm going for Yoshi Skip because why not? Or not why not, because I think it's better in terms of risk. Because the hardest part about getting Yoshi over here is like the parkour. You miss a spin put and it's just Jover. But over here, if I mess up Yoshi Skip, unless I mess it up like wildly bad, then you'll land on the tree down there and you can quit out of the level and retry it. Like that. I go through this conflict every time I've stopped playing this game. I forget which way I'm supposed to put the camera. Like which way I'm supposed to tilt my control stick when doing Yoshi Skip. You can do it both ways, but one way leads to the janky method, where you have to like face it and then like dive in, which risks taking damage, and one way isn't the janky method. And the reason I forget this all the time, I went on a very wide angle there with this bike. I used to do it, like, I used to only do it the janky way when I first started skiing. So that's like my muscle memory. So I like default to doing it the janky way even when I don't remember which way it's supposed to be. There we go. That's how you're supposed to do it. I learned my lesson in a practice run to not go for the speed movement here. I also want to wait for this guy. Oh, I also learned something very enlightening about this guy. I used to, for the longest time, I used to think it's you stand in the middle and talk to him, but you want to actually stand a little bit to the left, because these platforms aren't perfectly centered with it. I didn't know that. Like, I for the longest time was doing this the wrong way, and I only learned about this like 2 weeks ago. If you stop, I'll... Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go for it. I have not practiced early cycles at all, so I'm not comfortable going for throws over here at all. I'm basically only comfortable going for a throw here. Actually, I should be jumping on him. He's basically guaranteed to stop in these next 2 spots. So this level is like... Honestly, I think people in general overblow like the difficulty of this level casually. However, it still is very nerve-wracking. I thought I didn't make it for a second. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, I thought I didn't make it for a second. Okay. Pianta 5 out of the way. We won't be doing Pianta 6. We'll come back to Pianta 6 later. We're going to be doing Pinna Park now. Excuse me. Post-COVID coughs. See, this is the part of the run where it's starting to get, like, kind of stressful. Okay, don't go for Honey Skip because Honey Skip actually is just a game over, and I have cutscene skip cheats on, so... I like having 2 drinks when I stream. 1 water and 1 something else. I've been trying to quit soda again. I like go on and off of drinking soda. Usually for like a year or 2 I don't drink soda and then I go back to drinking soda. I did ginger ale last stream, which is a soda. I didn't consider ginger ale soda for the longest time. I'm just not gonna go for the cutscene skip. I don't know why. There's no reason not to. There's no risk in going for it other than quitting out of the level, which doesn't matter here in hardcore. Yeah, I was sipping on a Crystal Light, which is like a 0-calorie chocolate mixture, strawberry flavored. Also has a bit of caffeine, but I don't think it's about it. That also is. Oh yeah, by the way, refills here in a they're all involved. As far as I'm aware, it's possible to do this without getting a water refill. Because rockets use up a little bit of water. There's maybe an argument to be made that I shouldn't be spraying FUD unless I'm using rockets there because of the water refill, but honestly, I don't think it matters. It's forced anyways. Okay. Honestly, I think I'm... No. I was gonna say, I think I might go for UIG here. Just as a sequence break, and then I'll come back to Pinna later. Because the way I want to do Pinna, I'll come out of Pinna with 21 shines, just 1 more than I need. Also, I'm going to be doing this the vanilla way, because he was taking damage. It's a banana. Have I not been moving him? No, I haven't. What? This game sucks, man. That's some BS. There was nothing even there. I should just go for Mulskip, I think. Is the... is the takeaway there. I think it's a very similar thing happened last time. Does this mean I need to practice my Pinna too? That doesn't sound right. Or feel right. Having to practice Pinna too. Pinna 2 default seeker. Understand the reds are very difficult in this level to do optimally. Okay. Well, we come out a bit worse for wear, but we are done with Pinna 2. I think I just go for Mulskip from now on. It's not that big of a risk. Apparently, I didn't know that Bob-ombs had hitboxes that lasted that long. And honestly, worrying about purple bullet bills circling back around and coming back from Mario is also, like, something I should be considering. You know what, it's probably for the best, because I don't know if I was going to accidentally refill flood right there. On that. And that sprinkler. Something I need to get better at, talking in the middle of when I'm like concentrating. It's like a big thing with streaming, is that talking is a very important aspect of streaming. Obviously, I shouldn't be afraid to, like, take time to say my words like I am now. It's better than using filler words, which I've been trying to cut out. I haven't been great at it, for the record. You've probably heard me say a lot in the stream. L. I don't even know what the best way back up there is. I know I sure as heck. I was gonna say hell, and I said heck. It's like, oh, I can't curse, but I actually honestly, I don't care too much about cursing on stream anyways, but it's a better habit not to. It's because not everybody wants to listen to curse words. Monetization isn't an issue for me because I'm not monetized. So that's not a consideration. Wilted sunflowers. This is a damage risk level technically, but as long as I do it the scrub way, which is not a 1 cycle, a 5 cycle instead, which is absolutely disgusting to think about, a 5 cycle. I'm gonna use the fast forward key here because this level is frankly absurd. How much waiting you have to do. God, I'm running a bit low on sleep. This isn't helping. COVID real nicely messed up my my sleep pattern. But you know, I don't like having a bad like sleep schedule. Oh wait. Oh, I made a mistake there. I made a mistake there because I got impatient. Oh, thank God he did not come after me right there. So they can come after you during the cutscenes, and if they're right on top of you, which they will be if they're coming after you during the cutscene, you'll just take an inevitable point of damage. But I guess I don't know by heart like which way they all face when you wake them up. I guess all towards the sea. That makes sense to me. So I guess he wasn't phasing me, so he wasn't aggroed onto me. Okay, now it's time for Pinna 6, a very risky level. What I'm gonna do is just quit out of Pinna 6 if anything feels wrong to me. But I'm gonna do the speed strats here. Oh wait, we're on Pinna 5. I forget that Pinna 5 exists because of any percent. Right. Okay, this level, the only risk is like getting hit by an electric Koopa. I think what you're actually supposed to do is use ship movement to get up top over there. Advanced ship movement. Excuse me, ship movement to get up top. Just as I'm talking about. Not everyone wants to Okay. That is yet another shine done. I mean, I guess I still have to get to the shine, but if I somehow fail this by taking damage, then I probably shouldn't be trying to make Sunshine a part of my, like, career. I like that it gets, like, kind of quiet up here. Like, the music obviously still goes, but all, like, the water sound effects and such, and the sound effects for the, like, roller coaster and such, you can't hear up top. It's actually quite nice. A little bit of a respite. Respite? Respite? Okay, so even though we have 20 shines, I'm going to be doing one more level. There is virtually no risk of taking damage here. Against electric Koopas, but I'm not really afraid of them. I probably should respect them a little bit more, but I don't. As a source of damage. What do you want? Okay. I believe I can walk under these without losing flood. Thanks, iTunes, for doxing me again. Not actually doxing me. I don't use that email. That email is made specifically for iTunes. My dad made it for me when I was like 7. Right, I need this. I forget you can't stand on top of that. I should know that. Not because you kind of don't interact with Pinna Park all that much in speedruns. Like the park itself. Okay, I'm not going for speedrun strats, I guess. I like messing with the movement. I guess this isn't too bad. As long as you know you have to kind of haul ass here. Okay, that... I used to be really scared of that, like to do that casually, versus speedrun strats. That actually wasn't bad at all. I didn't get my spin jump! Oh my lord, I am mad about that. I spun the control stick, I spun it, I spun it, Yeah, I used to hate it too. I really like the speedrun movement. This is one of my favorite shines, especially because this level was like the first one I pushed myself to like. When I was learning the game, this is the first level I really like pushed myself to learn strats that were harder than I could like handle immediately like doing, if that makes sense. Oh man, I'm mad about that. I spun the control stick. I spun it. I swear. I should have an input display. Actually, I can do that like really quickly, I think. Actually, where do I even keep my input display? I don't even know what it's called. Whatever. I'll save this for in between streams. All right. What time is it? I don't have an easy way to check the time. Let's see. 6:24 for me. Okay, I am going to take a BRB. I'm gonna restart the game. But I will try one more run. I still have some left in me to try another. So I will do that. I'm gonna like load back into the game so there's like some music playing while I'm BRBing. Ah, man. I spun my control stick. I spun my control stick. Oh, I'm looking for this. Okay. Do I have a BRB thing still? No. I'm starting soon, Xbox. I'll just rename this to BRB. Okay. I will now actually BRB for real. Yup, I am back. Since my phone is my camera, during my break I picked it up and was using it. So I might have to make some adjustments to my camera. Let me turn on my FaceTime first. Yeah, I do. Give me 1 second. I think... Yeah, this is how I was... Yeah, this is how I was oriented before. Although... Something like that. I don't think my... I don't know. I think I like slightly messed up the orientation here. Okay, that looks better. Nice. Okay. I have time to try one more attempt. Not much more than that though. I can't believe I died to a dropped spin boat. I should get an input display set up. The more I think about this, the more... Yeah, I should have an input display here. Okay, let me see. I don't know what it's even called. That's the thing. What's on this one? M overlay. That's what it's called. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to share. I made a modification to my M overlay. That lets it be used with SMSL. Probably should share that. I completely forgot I did that. Perfect. Okay, and I'll get this off to the this corner. Yeah, it looks right because chat pops up where I am. So yeah, I'll keep it over there. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Maybe a bit smaller. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Time. Actually, I need to check how much space is on my streaming computer. Call my streaming computer. That makes it sound a lot fancier than it actually is. It's a hand-me-down laptop. Of course, I'm grateful to have it. Don't get me wrong. It enables me to stream Super Mario Sunshine emulation stuff without getting frame drops and such. Okay. Time for a new run. Like I should move into frame a little bit more. The nice thing about this, I don't have to reset rapid air instead of diving. Yeah, that's probably good. I'm like more to the right than I want to be. I can fix this. Why is this like that? Okay. Sorry for doing some like setup stuff. I go back and forth about how I want my stream to look a lot. So there we go. I think that's good. My mic is like slightly... Yeah, okay, that's good. Disable preview. And then... Here we go. I'm aiming way too high. Okay. Like I didn't walk towards the Goop Mountain. I can't wait to get the Super Dupe sometime. Because I'm not gonna lie, hardcore I think is a good stream for me to get back into streaming with. I think it's a bad stream for viewers. Because it's, like I was saying earlier, the beginning of the run is just boring. Yeah. The beginning of the runs is boring. It's no stakes. And as an entertainer, I still have a lot of room to grow. Sorry, I'm still adjusting how I look. As an entertainer, I have a lot of room to grow, so it's hard for me to make boring like gameplay not as boring. I try to fill the space as much as I can with, like, you know, talking insight on the game and such, or on like the content or whatever. This is how I always used to do this guy as a kid, because I was like scared of literally everything in video games when I was a young one. Can I? No, spam spray doesn't work. It was actually, believe it or not, it wasn't the goop guys, the goop monsters, the piranha plants, that I was mostly scared of. It was actually the Goombas. I guess because they actually posed a risk or something. I don't know. Man, I feel like, oops, sorry, I dropped my camera. I feel like the camera just isn't in a good spot right now. Okay, that's better. Sorry, I'm like very particular about this thing. It's still not good. It's still not good. Okay, I need to move it that way. No, wrong way. Like this. Okay, there we go. I'm still not super happy with that still, but I'm just gonna leave it. Parkour is good practice for strats like that. But yeah, as I was saying, I as an entertainer, I still have a lot of room to grow, so I have a hard time being entertaining when the gameplay isn't entertaining. You know, if that makes sense? And hardcore, it's actually quite an interesting duality, because I have a hard time being entertaining when the gameplay isn't entertaining, but I have an even harder time being entertaining when the gameplay is entertaining, because I'm so focused on the gameplay. Like, if it's The Floor is Lava, for instance, watching those streams back, I wasn't like particularly like cracking any funny jokes or, you know, anything like that. Oh, I mean, it's an improvement at that. I should start going for their hover like immediately. Good to see the input displays working without like any intervention. Needed everyone just like starting it up and stuff. Fun fact, this is true for speedruns too. You want to hold A and mash B for this, because there's like a frame if you're mashing A and B where you can dive, you can jump dive into the goop behind the guy. But if you hold A, you won't ever jump, so you won't ever dive. Just a neat little factoid. Like a small little optimization. Pretty much nobody who plays this game is going to be talking about. It's time to start moving towards the beach. I like moving towards the beach because it's very predictable about where they'll come from. You don't have to worry about them coming from behind you, or like all directions. You only have to worry about like 180 degrees instead of 360. And of course, we're conserving water here, because refilling water is against the rules of the challenge. Or filling water voluntarily, that is. There are lots of forced water refills, such as in between levels. Why are you chasing me? You are a small guy. Now, on like 1.0, water refilling is actually somewhat enforced with my mod. Come on, they're not supposed to. claustrophobic in this space right now. Like, the amount of good that is. Leave me. You're not supposed to be near me. I don't know why the small guys are just, like, they're so aggressive this time around. Sorry, it's not much to say here. The strat is just to kind of get in pockets and when they're close, do this like sprinkler spray move, and when they're further, I just walk in sprinkler spray like this. Sprinkler spray doesn't spray as far, so yeah, when they're close, you do the sprinkler spray. And yeah, pretty simple level, honestly. Dog, I think, is wanting to leave my room. So after this shine, I'm gonna let her out to roam. I will have way too early. So yeah, for example, I can't refill flood right here. However, if I went and got a 1-up, it would refill flood, and that would be a run fail. I'd have to restart. And there's other ways to refill flood involuntarily. I'm gonna let my dog out of my room very, very quickly. It's funny, whenever it gets like vaguely close to her dinner time, she does not want to like just lay around. Basically all she does is lay around these days in her old age. Yeah, time for round 2, yeah. Talk about my dog right there, by the way. I don't know if you got the context there. I'm not talking about like an old person. Yeah, I decided to go another run today because I have time. And I only have, after today, 2 more days left of this challenge, where I can keep doing attempts before it's a fail. So right now the route is Serena 1 through 4, Bianco 1 through 6, some Pianta levels, Pianta 1 through 5, yeah, Pianta 1 through 5. Then Pinna 1 through 6, and that'll end me with 21 shines. 1 extra than I need for Noki, but it gets a lot of like risky levels out of the way. I feel like I'm only bad at this when I don't want to be. I just like casually did it earlier. Now I can't do it at all. Good news is that since I now have my input display up, I can actually like look at what I'm doing wrong. I mean, obviously when I do it right, when Mario just drops the fruit, that's pressing back on my control stick too early. Slash pressing B too late. Actually, I don't think it's mostly a matter of inputs. It's mostly a matter of timing when I fail it. When it is a matter of inputs, I just drop the fruit. So I guess my input display actually isn't that helpful though. The more I think about that. Right, I have Serena 2 to do now. So yeah, the goal here is to just get a lot of the secrets out of the way before Noki. Since they risk taking flat out damage. And I was about to go into Noki in the last run. Like, that was the last level I was going to do before Noki. God, the collision on that thing is actually so bad. I'm lucky I haven't taken damage to it yet. Ooh. Just gonna play it safe here. It's funny. I really take playing safe to like a whole new level. Why am I doing speed strats? I need to not be doing speed strats. Okay, and then right here, instead of just rolling out off the platform, you can take fall damage doing that. Not always, it depends on where you land and how long you press A button for. We just wall slide off onto it to avoid taking damage. Fall damage, that is, obviously. And of course, we don't go for the momentum spin jump here. And yeah, pretty self-explanatory overall for the secret, minus the part where I have to slide down the wall instead, because it's not like consistent that you take damage there. It's actually like really inconsistent. Time to clip into Serena 2 more times. At least with this route, I only have to do it 4 times. I only have to be bad at this clip 4 times instead of like 7 times with my old route. I just need to think about it. Like, I can just like casually do GBS first try after months of like not doing GBS. But that I have trouble with doing. I guess to be fair, GBS is less like... GBS is about precise inputs, but it's like, I don't know. It feels like something that... GBS is like almost like riding a bike, I feel like. Whereas that, I'm not so sure about that with Serena whenever clip. I don't know why I pressed down there. Uh-oh. Good thing this isn't a speedrun. Okay. I was gonna say I'm gonna first try this time, but I didn't want to. I should though, cause like, it's funny if I don't make it. It's a win-win, honestly. If I don't make it, it's funny. If I do make it, then I look impressive. Kind of. Not really. That's not an impressive trick. It's actually really simple. Like, you can know nothing about Sunshine and do that trick. Not saying like you will know how to do it without but like if somebody sat down and taught you that trick, you could learn your first 5 minutes of the last game. Oops. My roll has been to ground pound later than I think I need to there. I hate the secret in hardcore. Because I have to play it slow. Excuse me. And then I can make this like over here. Didn't need to spin there. Pretty sure I didn't spin my control stick actually. It's so funny. Like, I find it so funny what my confidence level is for a speedrun versus hardcore. Like, trivial things in hardcore I like am not confident about at all. Honestly, though, it's the risk of dropping a spin put. Dropping a spin put is like so scary to me, especially after losing a run to dropping a spin put. Which tells me I shouldn't be going for the spin jump in Serena, by the way. Okay, so what we're gonna do here... As I was rolling out off that building, I was like, wait, I shouldn't be doing that. I even like made a face. But then I was like, wait, no, that's probably fine. This is why this run is usually a one try a day thing. So the right here is now to complete Bianco 6, up to Bianco 6, which will give us 5 shines. No major skips are allowed, however, I don't count skipping Bianco 1 as a major skip because it's like a part of the game. Very strange. I know this has been talked about a lot, but it's so strange how there's one shine in the game that you're like intended to skip. I'm gonna just take a wide break around the thing. I'm pretty sure like I can comfortably slide on the path without touching that sprinkler's hitbox. But I don't want to try. I just wanted to take some extra time to make sure I wasn't gonna bonk on it and take damage. I didn't do that. Don't have to be conservative with water at all in BD. Don't have to during the speedrun, don't have to here. The only thing I have to be careful about is to not get clipped underground from BD. But that is a piece of cake to avoid. You just have to make sure you keep your distance from it. Okay. It's Bianco 2 complete. Excuse me. 4 more levels in Bianco. Then we will move on to Pianta, complete Pianta 1 through 5. Then we'll move on to Pinna, complete Pinna 1 through 6. We'll end with 21 shines. We can technically do EYG and come back to Pinna 5 later. And end Pinna with 20 shines. Which I think is technically, in terms of routing, the superior route. But to me, the risk of like accidentally soft blocking during EYG is a lot scarier, and it's like not worth the risk of accidentally soft blocking during EYG to just like skip. Because there is virtually no, I don't know why I'm routing like this. There's virtually no risk to there is virtually no risk to... Sorry, I thought I heard something. Okay, I'll finish my sentence now. There's virtually no risk to Pinna 5, so it's like... Yes, I'm doing one more shine than necessary, but like... At pretty much no risk. Technically, Electric Koopas are a risk, but they're not really on my radar. I didn't get hit by... I don't think I've gotten hit by Electric Koopa once this entire challenge. So, maybe even 1.0 as well. I don't know. Phew. Oh boy. I still got a lot of time in this run left. Sometimes that like dawns on me even during speedruns. It's like, man, I still have like an hour left to commit. Not a bad thing when I do. I'm not like resenting that I have an hour left. Or an hour and a half in this case. Probably honestly closer to an hour and 45 minutes. It's just like, oh man, I'm only at the beginning of the journey. That makes sense. I want to hang right here to make sure I don't spawn the Wind Spirit over here. Because the Wind Spirit can and will do damage to Mario. If I miss my Y-turn input right there, which I just did. Okay, my dog is scratching at my door. I'm gonna let her back in. Be right back very quick. Okay. Now she's making a nest on my bed. Okay. Now is time for Bianco 5. Bianco 5 is a very risky level. Honestly, I would put the risk of taking damage in Bianco 5 higher than Serena 1. Like, it's that much of a risk, in my opinion. However, there are some things I can do to kind of avoid the risk. Gonna go around. Right, I do this. Okay, I'll just go right. So, one of the such things is to get rid of the spawns for like the piranha plants. They can only spawn if there's goop beneath them, so just clean up some of the goop over here. I'm only getting rid of 2 piranha plant spawns, mind you. I don't even think I'm gonna get that second one. But those are the 2 like always most problematic for me during hardcore or a speedrun. Okay. I could have taken damage there if I wasn't careful. Excuse me. Alright. One thing to keep in mind about Soup and Stews, because they only are active when they're like working on your camera. So if I like turn them right there, it probably, I don't know if it counts, if that applies to when they're like actually about to punch at you. But generally speaking, if I turn around and don't have them loaded on my camera, yeah, see, those guys just entirely despawn. Really? Oh. I can't believe I slipped some goop right there. Ah. Yeah, hardcore really is just slower Mario Sunshine. Oh, I thought you weren't gonna land here. Okay, now you're flat. I've been getting good from here. Like above average. Too bad it's kind of irrelevant. Wait, do the Goombas despawn? No. Okay. That was weird. Okay. I say that I feel like this level risks taking damage more than Serena 1, but both my attempts today I took damage in Serena 1, but not here, so maybe I have an incorrect opinion about that. An incorrect, what's the word? I don't know what the word is. Evaluation. There it is. Evaluation. So funny, the path my brain went to grab that word was like through Slay the Spire. Card evaluations. I love Slay the Spire. Okay, I'm just gonna go for safe movement here instead of the dive rollout. Even though I'm sure I didn't need to. Okay, good. Ginger! Dog is licking her paws. She should not be. She like... I don't know, something like changed like a few months ago as she's been getting older, and she now like licks herself a lot. Just her paws and various other parts of her like furry body. And it like discolors her fur. It makes it look all not, it makes it not look healthy. So it always concerns me when she's licking. I also don't like the sound. I think she does it because she's bored, but she doesn't play with toys, so I don't know what to do about that. If anyone has any dog advice, let me know. I don't have a fenced-in backyard, so I can't just like let her go outside. I'm like Gelato. I at least read online, which doesn't mean it's that reliable of a source or whatever. But I read that like one of the reasons your dog could be licking is because they're bored. And as she's gotten older, she doesn't play with toys anymore. So in my mind, it's like almost like she kind of replaced the playing with toys with just like the paws. That's how I interpret it, anyways. I need to save some water for going. Oh, those Super Stews spawned at a really bad spot. Oh, okay. Get that. I'm not too unhappy about not hitting Fetch Entry, especially on emulator. And especially because I'm not speedrunning, so it doesn't really matter. I can't wait to get back to speedrunning. I need to get the new Road to 119 out first, though. I honestly have too much footage to go through. Which it's like, back to like the stream there. So I'm just gonna just like a kind of a weird thing. Like I have too much footage to go through with the big screen. But to be honest, the biggest reason I'm streaming lately is because I want to like keep making content. But with the Road to 119s, they're all like 30-minute, you know, mega video projects. Also not like the most like engaging thing to edit, you know. Not all the time. Sometimes it actually is pretty fun to edit them, especially like the explainer sections of the videos I have going on. But they're like massive projects. It's hard to stay motivated. I'm very much a light at the end of the tunnel type of guy when it comes to working on individual projects, you know? I like to see the end and feel like I'm making like meaningful progress. And the only way for me to feel like I'm making meaningful progress every day, whenever I work on these like massive 30-minute long videos, is to do super long editing sessions. Like 3 or 4 hour long. I mean, that's not super long, but like, you know, it's a lot when it's not my job. So it often gets like kind of not burnouty. I don't think I'm burnt out of editing at all, like even remotely. But it gets like kind of grueling, I should say. Especially when I get sick. Ugh. One thing that does lead to burnout for me is when I want to work on something but can't. For whatever reason that is. 1641. I'm sure that was a great year. I'm sure. But yeah. So for instance, when I got sick for 2 months and then immediately took a long, like, sort of pseudo-internet break after that, that was largely because for those 2 months, I just felt like I couldn't edit. I couldn't make a lot of content because I was sick, and it's like a weird thing. When I'm sick, I'm like hypercritical of my edits, especially like my voiceovers and stuff. And that makes it even harder to like edit when I'm sick. So yeah, earlier this year, that's a big reason why I ended up taking like a very long internet break. Pseudo internet break. I was still on the internet, I just like wasn't like, it's more like a public internet break. Like I wasn't publicly online. I really only existed for my friends and stuff. And to watch YouTube and stuff like that. So yeah. And being sick does definitely lead to feelings of burnout for that reason. That's another thing. I remember having that feeling a lot. I didn't have a lot of chances to record. So I actually secretly consider this part 0. Oh, I'm gonna look at the bottom. Okay. I secretly consider this part 0 to Road to 119, but what speedrunning taught me, that video, only 7 minutes long, was hell to make. Because one, I'm not very comfortable like recording things on camera, like scripted things, because I feel like I have to make eye contact with the camera like that when I'm recording scripted things. However, usually when I'm scripting, I'm directly reading off my second monitor like this, directly into my mic, you know. I tried beating Super Mario Sunshine and one, you know, like that. Um, and so with that video, I had to really work on memorizing like parts of my script while looking at the camera, and also delivering those lines to a standard that I felt was good. And honestly, there's some lines I wish I delivered it a bit better, especially at the end. Like there's like a kind of awkward thing at the end of that video where I like just like kind of smile at the camera and just sit there. I don't know. There's a lot of things with that video. I originally wanted to record it outside, but I don't have a lavalier. Is that how it's pronounced? Lavalier mic. And that would have been very hard. It was, that video was very, by the way, that video was very inspired by Jacob Geller video. I think it's he made a video about like something to do with Zelda. You know. The video is called like "What's the Darkest Zelda Game" or whatever. And the video title does not all like represent what the video is actually about. I think it kind of does, but the video is much more introspective, the type of video that you would expect from a title like that. And that video really inspired me to want to finally get to making what I learned from a year speedrunning. Because what I learned from a year speedrunning was an idea that was sitting around in my head for a very long time. So I eventually had to make like some concessions with that video, which already was like something I wasn't super happy with. Excuse me. But then like it became, not only were recording sessions hard to get what I wanted out of them, but I didn't have a lot of time to record during that period of time. And I'm not comfortable recording when there are other people around the house and stuff. Like I like to be the only person home. Maybe one other person, but like, yeah. So that video became very, that video burnt me out for a while too. I think it's, was that around when I took a, like, that like, not first break, but I think that's when I took the break. Not gonna do speed threats, not gonna do speed threats, not gonna do, okay, good. So yeah, there's a little bit of insight into the behind the scenes on some of the Angry Max videos. I thought I'd let him turn around. Yeah. Wow, that's actually so good to know, like, the secret to that guy. Okay, well, since you stopped there, and you're stopping for a long time, I probably don't need to jump on you anymore, and if I do... oops. Oh, he stopped again. He's not gonna stop this last time, though. I'm pretty sure it's, like, such a low chance that it just never happens, basically. Although, how long he stops for, I think, is a factor. Like, I think there's some interesting behind the scenes to that guy. I think there's a Noki Doki video, maybe, about how he works. I don't really remember, though. So I need to watch more Sunshine YouTube. The problem is, when I'm in a mood to do, like, Sunshine related things, usually, I'm not going to, I'm going to pin it now. Usually, that means I want to edit or, like, practice speedrunning or, you know, something like that, or stream, and not watch a YouTube video. So I don't watch a lot of Sunshine YouTube, even though I kind of wish I did. Like, there's some people who make videos that I'm aware of, but and have wanted to watch, but I don't. For that reason. I think I should, though. I should make time for it. Because who knows, it might give me ideas, too. Like, I don't suggest you plagiarize people's videos, obviously. funny. With the cutscene skip Gecko code on, it's actually slower to pause exit level right there. I think it is anyways. It takes longer to get into the cutscene trigger, though, than it is to pause. But I think like the time it takes to pause and exit level is more. Anyways. Again, it's probably actually faster to not save and quit there. Actually, that one I'm a little bit more dubious on. With the cutscene skip on. You know, one benefit to streaming after recently being sick that I didn't really realize, it's actually kind of helping clear out my sinuses a little bit. I mean, mostly like my throat. My lungs. Like, I'm honestly coughing less than I thought I would be after like talking. Okay, now I'm gonna go for mole skip here, I think. I think that's the conclusion of game 2 last one. Let's just go for mole skip. Okay, well. Not very good at recovering mole skip. Because I don't fail it often. Okay, I think I just do it this way. Huh, interesting. Didn't know that's how that worked. Okay, nice. I've been getting worse and worse at mole skip every time I play this game. I think that just means I need to practice it. I need to practice this game in general. Not gonna go for like super fast runs here. She ain't listening to me. Excuse me. Okay. Time to go to Pinna 3. Pinna 3 is a very low risk level. Someone just got home. My other dog is barking. I don't know if that's coming across the mic. The noise canceling might pick it out. I assume it is, though. I feel like you suck at games you play 1,000 hours of. Like that. Oh man. Okay, we're actually closing in on where we were before. We're like 2 shrines away. What is this, pin of 3? So I have to do pin of 4, pin of 5, and I died at the end of pin of 6 last run because I dropped the spin pit. Oh, I need to be spamming Ground Pound here. Oh, wow, I almost got RKO'd. I don't actually know the quickest way back up. This is probably doing wonders for the bit rate. Okay. Pin of 3 done. Almost got the speed strats there. Not that it matters. It does a little bit. It does a little bit. It's good for the mental. And hardcore, above all, is a struggle of the mental. That's what I've come to realize during Hardcore 2.0. I don't know if I really realized that during Hardcore 1.0. I think I did with the video. Because of the whole, like, thing about Noki 6 in the original video. The Noki 6 hurdle. Which I don't think is going to be an issue anymore. At least to that extent. I think I'm, like, good enough at Noki 6 nowadays, even doing casual strats, that, like, I'm not going to fail it. Like, in a stupid way. I'm going to fast forward again like I did last time. Came up with this hardcore idea. Should have called it the Mario Sunshine Nuzlocke. Maybe that's if I make a video for Hardcore 2.0, maybe I'll call it the Nuzlocke of Mario Sunshine. Actually kind of a banger title idea. War Spy King was in the chat, one of the last hardcore streams. I was talking about how originally the idea for this challenge run was to be like Nuzlocke, Super Mario Sunshine, but then it kind of didn't really meld. Like, it's like called hardcore instead because what it ended up becoming wasn't really a Nuzlocke. But I think calling it the Nuzlocke of Mario Sunshine actually kind of makes sense. And that's like good keywords. Which honestly, it's not really about them being keywords, it's about it being an intriguing title. A lot of people know what Nuzlocke is, and I think a lot of people kind of think Mario Sunshine is the hardest Mario game. I think that's probably true, casually, but not all for like the right reasons. A lot of Mario Sunshine's difficulty comes from its like kind of jank, which I will be the first to admit. My butt's sore. Sitting in this wooden chair. You know, I'm sitting on a cushion. It's not a very good cushion. I'm gonna adjust the same cushion. It compresses very easily, so it's not giving me a lot of good support, you know? Okay, this is like the level I forgot existed because I'm an any percent kitty. Okay, I think this is like roughly the movement you're supposed to do here. I don't know the exact word, honestly. Like I said, I'm just an 80% kitty. Okay. But yeah, I think calling it the Nuzlocke of Mario Sunshine as like a title actually would be pretty intriguing. Oh, I could even make it the title for the stream going forward. I don't know if that's coming across. My monitor keeps flickering every like 10-20 minutes. It's weirding me out. I don't like it. I don't think it's probably capturing because weird setup things that I'm not going to explain. I think my setup is convoluted enough that even telling like a professional streamer about how my setup is would probably kind of like make them cock their head a little bit, like in confusion. Because my setup is like, it's utter bollocks, as a British person would maybe probably say. What fruit are you, Yoshi? A pineapple. I can't believe I got that snipe. Pineapple's actually convenient. Don't have to change the color. Yo, what's up, Isaac? How's it going? I am giving another go at the Sunshine Hardcore Challenge, which has been, it's been a test of patience as much as anything else. This is where I died last attempt, because I dropped a spin put. I'm just gonna play it safe here. Pretty good. How's the gaming? It's going. One thing I've realized with hardcore, I think it's boring to stream. I think just because the challenge, the nature. Okay, I didn't drop my spin put there that time. I thought I did. The nature of the challenge is like I have to play super carefully and slow, which I think just doesn't make the most interesting video. Okay, I'm down here now. I dropped a spin put again. I don't think it gives like that wow factor, if that makes sense. Okay. Although, I think the run actually does get increasingly more interesting the longer it goes on. Because the rules of hardcore are damage is permanent and lasts in between levels. Oh yeah, you were! So wait, I actually probably don't have to explain the rules to you. I mean, maybe I do. I don't know. I don't know if you remember it. He's an OG. Yo, what's up? Belepter? I hope that's correct. Belepter? That sounds right, I think, to me. But yeah, I guess I'll re-explain the rules anyways. So, HP damage is permanent. You'll notice I'm loading into this level with 2 HP lost. I cannot get that back. Once I take damage, it's gone. No voluntary flood refills, so you'll see bottom right, kind of covered by my input display a little bit. But my water, as it runs out, I'm not allowed to fill that back up. But it can get refilled in between levels and such. No voluntary. OG, original gamer. Be careful with these. Dying once is a complete reset of the run. Man, where am I? Okay. I'm not playing very great right now. I think it's because I'm not used to streaming this now. It's the longest I've streamed in a long time. Also, I will every day of the week blame being bad at Sunshine on emulator when I'm playing on emulator, which I am right now. Okay. I'm just gonna let that one explode. You have to be very careful when they explode. Their hitboxes linger for deceptively long. So yeah, those are basically the main rules. Oh wait, I didn't hit you. Really? Those are the main rules. There's some like kind of side rules such as I have to complete this within 5 days. But they don't have to be 5 consecutive days like they were in the original hardcore run. But yeah, I only have 5 days to complete it, and if I don't complete it, then my kind of like head rule is like I have to wait like a few months to a year before I can attempt the run again. And this is my second attempt. I think it was 2 years ago when I did Hardcore 1.0. And there's like the difference between Hardcore 1.0 and 2.0 is that it's now enforced that I can't refill Flood in like water. I can still refill Flood from like fountains or clicking 1-ups such as that, and if I do accidentally refill Flood like that, then that's a run fail. However, walking into fountains now, I just can't even spray Flood when I have water missing. It just doesn't refill. So, and that's to prevent like the super, honestly, admittedly lame ending to Hardcore 1.0, which was I was on a super hot run, and then I like kind of glitched into some water and then refilled Flood. I'm gonna kind of be playing around the polluted water here. And also be playing around my lack of skill. Man, I didn't even hit the spring. Okay, this is a little neat speedrun trick. For skipping the Google Blooper fight. One of the rules is no major skips. I define a major skip as something that entirely like skips a Shine Sprite. That doesn't skip a Shine Sprite, just skips a part of the level, if that makes sense. An unintended skipping a Shine Sprite. So skipping the first Biago Shine Sprite is an intended feature of the game, so I can do that. However, if I went and did Gelato Beach skip, which skips like pretty much all of Gelato Beach, that's not allowed unless I go back and collect all those shines. Then I can do Gelato Beach skip for like a sequence break, basically. So it's really Gelato sequence break. So here comes, we're heading into one of the most pivotal parts of the run. So everything before this is revolved around Noki, because as you'll see when I load into this bottle, I'm just gonna hit the fast forward button here. I'm down 2 health, and that applies to air hit points as well. Now it doesn't matter too much here in Noki 3, because you're collecting coins the whole time and coins replenish your air. However, going into the eel, which is the very next level, this matters a lot more. Also, I don't count this as like flood refills because you're not running out of water, if that makes sense. In Hardcore 1.0, I think I did this floodless, but like, I don't know, it doesn't matter. I think it's pretty optional. Okay, I'm gonna real quickly let my dog out of my room. She, at this time of day, she likes to run in and out a lot. By the way, losing air hit points isn't an issue, although I actually am, it's kind of a glitch with hardcore where after cutscenes, Like Shine cutscenes, it doesn't show your air, it shows your HP instead. But air hit points don't take away your max HP, basically. So even though I lost some air there, I'm still going to be only down 2 health. So yeah, we basically, before Noki, we try to do as little levels as possible that risk taking, like, hit point damage, but try to do as many levels as possible that risk flat out dying, such as secret stages. We can fall into the void. And the reasoning is of course, to make the eel easier. Oh man, I messed up the movement. I want to make sure I don't take damage going into the goop there, so I'm playing it very safe. Okay. It's always, whenever I'm streaming, it's always hard to see the eel because for good green screen, I need like stream lights on me, and that makes the contrast of my monitor, which my monitor already has kind of bad contrast, it makes it even worse. These bubbles, they only take 1 hit point away from you, 1 air point. They actually replenish you, so they all A-okay. Wow. Hold it like super safe there. Yeah, I'm gonna get some points now. There's only 2 more to fly. Both cavities. Cavities cause the eel to go back in. If you pull them out at the wrong time. There's some like animation canceling stuff you can do to keep the eel from going back into the I need to get some again. I'm not very good at doing eel on forward. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I think I'm just gonna try to. Come on. Okay, I'm struggling a bit here. Oh, let's go back down. Strange. Okay, this will give me a fresh start. I'm just gonna do this a slow way, honestly. Do that, let it go back down. Then sit up here, wait for it to come back up. I think it's easier that way. Just to kind of wait. I'm not very good at improvising meal. Alright. I'd say something I should work on because inevitably during speedruns, you know, fail something in meal. Oh, I got the cutscene skip anyways. I was gonna say, we're not gonna go for the cutscene skip because it can like do weird things where you take damage. Air point damage. Like right there, you take air point damage right before it restores all your air points. And that's only an issue if you only have 1 air point left. It can kill you. To activate like the cutscene skip there, by the way, you just have to take damage like right before the cutscene skip, and drowning damage counts, obviously. Usually in a speedrun you hit the tooth right before. But yeah. So we're gonna finish Noki out. After Noki, we're gonna go back and clean up in some of the levels that we kind of started but didn't finish. So I'm gonna go back to Pianta. Pianta, I have a level left in Bianco. I think I have. I didn't have to count that. I have a level left in Bianco. I have a level left in Pinna. Rico I have to do. from the start, and so do I. And same for Gelato. So I have like 2 more full levels left, and then a couple of like things to clean up. Mostly just Shadow Monsters. Piantissimo here is a pushover as always. If you die to Piantissimo, 591. Maybe it's 15 now. If you die to Piantissimo here, you probably were like casually, I guess I can understand it, but like, if you're not a casual, you died to Piantissimo, you probably were not paying attention to the game whatsoever, like in the slightest. Not to insult anyone who has, because I know there are people who have died to Piantissimo here, speedrunners and such. But it's like you could probably make it to the end without even like you could probably beat him without like diving once. Or which includes like water slides and such. Okay, here's the shell secret. The shell secret is how we call it stressful. Not only getting up top is stressful because you kind of risk taking some damage, and even though we're past Noki, we still do not want to be taking damage. We need at least 2 HP, preferably much more. Well, there's some of that damage. We want 2 HP, preferably more for Corona Mountain, the final level in the game. Right before Kalu. Okay, what I'm gonna do here is... I'm just gonna play it slow here. I could have gone for that movement at the very least. Okay. Tried to do a side flip there and it didn't come out. Almost costed me. Okay. So that's a knowledge thing I didn't have when I first did this level, that when you don't get the wall jump there, you actually do eventually get it. When I first did hardcore, that is not this level. Sorry, I'm concentrating a little bit. I'm actually incredibly shocked I bonked there. Okay. Noki 6, man. Noki 6 is, is crazy. Even when it's not right at the end of the run. With hardcore, it's very, very stressful because there is a lot of run predicated on this. Like, I guess probably close to an hour now I've been playing this run. I don't know the exact time. Actually, I can check. Yeah, about an hour. That's hard to do. I can't spray in the water. Well, at least got the Shadow Mario quick kill. Excuse me. Alright, we're done with Noki. I'm gonna go finish up Pianta now. And then I'm gonna go finish up Pinna. And then I'll go finish up Bianco. No, then I'll go finish up Serena. Then I'll finish up Bianco. Then I will complete Rico, then Gelato. Both Rico and Gelato are pretty quick levels overall. Or worlds, that is. I don't need to be coming back into here. It's actually kind of funny thinking about the mechanism for why I just went back into Noki. Noki's, I think the only level in the game. when you're exiting, you don't have to worry about like re-entering, or like thinking about if you have to re-enter or not during any percent, because you don't transition from Noki to another level. You just spawn in the flooded plaza. So that's probably why I just naturally went back into Noki right there. Which is a really funny thing to think about. I'm a slave to have it. And also apparently bad hovers. Okay, Pianta 6 is actually a slight risk to damage. But it's not that big of a risk. Have to read through this manifesto. 14 pages. Considering I'm Angry Max's head out of 10 all the way through villagers already, I think I'm good on water. This is so bad. Good thing this isn't a speed run. Oh, this is awful. Nice, and I'm just gonna do it the same way here. Okay. Honestly, I think the camera's like a little too close now. Because whenever I sit up, half my head gets cut off. That is good to shine, really? Peculiar. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 plus 14. So that's 19 more shine sprites before Corona Mountain. And let me tell you, Corona Mountain is like that's like the worst part about this run. Corona Mountain is like the biggest risk to losing the run because of the flood refill rule. You have to use the Surrender Lava glitch to get to the end. I'm actually surprised that killed the flood fence, gonna be real. It felt like I started doing damage a bit late there. Okay. There's another level over with. Pinna will only have one more shine to do. Also a very quick one. Honestly, I was kind of considering just doing the Pinna shine when I was there. Like the last level in Pinna. But I don't think it was necessary. It's technically like kind of slower because I have to come back to Pinna, but whatever. Okay. There's still risk of taking damage in Rico. Like, considerable risk. Okay. I'm gonna go finish up Serena now. Actually, Bianco first. because it kind of just makes more sense that way. Since I'm just gonna unlock Yoshi. No, I'm personally not counting the Yoshi hunger thing. I think the only weird rule is like getting on Yoshi and getting off refills FLUDD. So I think like my kind of stance. Oh, I almost just refilled the FLUDD right there. My stance on that is I can't use FLUDD if I like use water, then get on Yoshi, then get off Yoshi, because that's like refilling. If that makes sense. But yeah, I like the fruit meter I'm not gonna count because I don't even think it's relevant to the run mostly. Let me think about it. I think the only time I'm required to use Yoshi in this run is actually technically I'm not required to use Yoshi anywhere. The only two places I'm going to use Yoshi is right now to officially unlock Pinna, so I don't have to keep clipping into Pinna. And there's Pinna 6, of course. Or, yeah, Pinna 6. Oh wait, actually, yeah, you do need Yoshi, even if you do UIG. So yeah, I did Yoshi at least once. And yes, I used FLUDD right there, but it was a flourish. I wouldn't count that as a run fail. It didn't, didn't have an end to it. The Yoshi, with Yoshi, it's just hard. It's basically just hard and fast. Okay, now we have King Boo. Okay. The funny thing about King Boo is that the hardest part about King Boo is actually if the bubbles spawn, because they spawn bubble-wise. Which is a really funny realization about King Boo, but it's true. The bubbles, one, they're just annoying even not doing this challenge. Okay, good. Fruit immediately is always good. My dog is scratching at my door. I think it's just it's probably actually not that speed necessarily matters here. Okay, this isn't Bubbles, I don't think. Bubbles is like a mismatch. Yeah, it's just Bubbles. Where's the purple thing? Okay. Okay, no extra cycles so far. Good, good. Extra cycles are bad in speedruns. I think maybe even worse in hardcore because of the bubbles. Oh, okay, we could have no bubbles here. As long as I don't get an extra cycle. Bubbles. Oh. Yeah, well, I got the best luck without doing cycle skips. One funny thing, it's actually harder for me to line up when I'm not playing on the Japanese version of the game for the Shine Sprite, because there's a glitch with King Boo where his like drool stays after he dies, and I use that drool to line up like where the shine is. Because you can't reliably use the ground since it, you know, rotates around and moves and stuff. Okay, Sorna 6. Okay, Sorna 6 is going to be kind of weird. Because there's going to be a ticking timer that I'm covering. And it actually can get kind of close here in Serena 6. And I also can't see the timer because that's where like chat is on my screen. We do use barrels here to help. Oh boy. Okay, well that was unnecessary point of damage. My thought process there... Oh, it's actually kind of fun to explain my thought process there. But, Flood kind of... Aside from the water, whenever you're spraying Flood, there's like a spot where Flood is always clearing water, like, or clearing goop, like always checking for goop to like clear. And you'll see that if you like spray Flood, where there'll be a, if you're like in the middle of goop and you spray Flood, there'll be like kind of a circle on that area sometimes. Because there's like a radius around that area. And I was like kind of counting on that radius right there. Honestly, the biggest struggle here is water. Yeah, like right there, that little piece of goop I cleared because it was like in my radius. And it didn't directly get cleaned by goop. Also have to be careful with like barrels refilling Flood. I actually think you might have to grind on barrels for Flood. So I'm not sure about that. Timer will start going red when it's like really close, so that'll help you guys know if I'm cutting it like super duper close. Or more, it's like more like deep. What's that wonderful thing? I don't know if that's probably not picking up on. Okay, I was about to say, this seems like I have enough. It's super generous on the US version of the game. Man, I'm not feeling good about 4 HP at all. Especially because I kind of feel like I'm going to be inevitably taking a point of damage on Rico to like Gooper Blooper. Like, because I kind of like mess up Gooper Blooper enough, like, where I'll get hit by the tentacles. I guess we'll see. Because two is the minimum I need going into Corona Mountain to not lose. If I have 1 HP for Corona Mountain, then the run is actually just over because I need 1 HP to clip into the lava. Since I have to get to the end of Corona Mountain without using Flood because you have to pick up the rocket nozzle. I personally don't count it. Although it kind of doesn't come up. I guess like eating the pineapple up top. One like kind of caveat I've made with the run is like refilling Flood. I don't like consider it refilling if Flood is already full, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Anyways. Because otherwise, deep underwater, like the eel or inside the red coins in a bottle, would be an instant fail. Oh, oh yeah, I did already do Bianco. I forgot I did Bianco before Serena. Okay, so now I need to go do Rico. And after I'm done with Rico, I need to go through all Gelato. So we just have Rico and Gelato left. And hopefully not a run fail. I think... I don't want to get too cocky here. But I think I have enough. Oh, that Shadow Mario over there is really scary because I don't know Shadow Mario's like pattern for the turtle music is on 90%. What's this saying? Oh yeah, I'm like feeling pretty confident I can at least get to Corona Mountain like without run failing, as long as I don't like die in, you know, a gelato secret or something. I think I can manage this run without taking 2 more hit points of damage. That's a reminder right there to be careful of the blippers going into second Gooper Blipper. Okay. Oh, I don't. Okay, first Gooper Blipper done without damage. That's good. That puts that eases my soul a little bit. And fast forward the game here a little bit. Okay. Rico 2 is like actually slightly scary. So I'm not doing the speedrun strats to enter Rico 2 because as I learned last time, or relearned, I think I knew this in the original hardcore one, but you take damage going into like the surfing minigame if you don't have a blooper because the water damages you. So I need to use a blooper getting over there. I need to make sure I don't die. And I think that includes going into the loading zone. I need to make sure I don't die. It's not a big like issue, but you know, this is something I'm not used to having to do. So as long, okay, yeah, okay, we're good. And of course we can just do this in speedrun strat. Or the best I can do it on emulator and being rusty at the game. Alright. Oops. Fat finger Dave up there. Should be good. Yeah, I was a little bit dubious on whether or not I hit the first checkpoint, but I definitely did. I mean, clearly. Okay, Rico 3 is a non-issue. So I'm just holding the fast forward button because I've watched a lot of loading zones today. Dang it. I need to repractice that. I'm just not gonna go for like Beyblade strat or whatever here. Because I don't want to accidentally fall into the goop down there. Like I just almost did. It's amateur hour right now, apparently. Failing Noki G. Actually, I think Noki 3 is like deceptively like, I don't want to say difficult. Also, sorry about the bitrate. Noki are... I keep saying Noki, don't I? I mean Rico. Rico doesn't like bitrate because of all like the grading. It makes the stream quality look bad. But yeah, I think Rico 3 is like deceptively actually like a little bit challenging. It's especially challenging if you're trying to do like IL strats. Which involve like Beyblading off that ship, which means you get like a crazy amount of speed and do like a triple jump. And perfectly land under. I've done that strat like once before, and it was for an IL. I used to do ILs for this game. It's been like a year since I've done ILs. Speaking of Beyblades, That's a Beyblade right there. I got scared of the wind guy, so I'm just going down here. Okay. I thought I bonked there. I was gonna cry. Oh, 2 runs lost to a drop spin put. 2 runs lost to a drop spin put. That time, that definitely felt like me. Whereas the first run, I felt like I spun the control stick. That time, I don't know. If you watch like the input display, it probably looks like this. Where I didn't touch this half of the control stick. Ugh. That's rough. That's rough. Ah. But that's how hardcore goes. That's why it's called hardcore. For 2 more days. Can I save this? No. That is a run fail. I will not be doing another attempt today because they take too long and I don't have time anymore. Oh, man, that sucks, man. I was right at the end, too. This makes me want to reconsider my routing. I'll think about this after stream. And I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow, I think. Whatever I put on the schedule in my community tab. I think, I'm streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow will be day 4 of hardcore. Today was day 3, I think, right? I don't know. I don't remember. I think I have 2 more days of hardcore left, so 2 more days to get it done. I mean, each day I'm getting like further and further into the run, so that's a good thing. So I'm feeling confident I can beat hardcore. I have to be honest, this time around I really underestimated the difficulty of hardcore. I thought I was like a complete noob. I was a complete noob when I did hardcore 1.0, and I'm still kind of noobish. Like I'm not like crazy at the game. Especially because I haven't been playing too much these past few months. But I thought I would just be able to come in and come out and be done. But that's just not the case. It's a lot harder than I was giving it credit for this time around. So like I'm not confident anymore that I can do it. I was confident I would come back for 2.0 and I'd be able to beat it going into it, but although when I relearned about like Corona Mountain, that's when I was like, oh yeah, like this is actually kind of crazy. And the last level of the game is like the hardest thing. You have to do the entire run. It's like Kaizo. So yeah. Tough. Anyways, that is going to be the stream. I'm completely out of gas here. Yeah. Sorry. I'm like zoning. I didn't get like a good amount of sleep last night. So yeah, there's no rating on YouTube. So I'm just gonna end the stream here. Thank you everybody who stopped by. Whether you chatted, whether you lurked, whether you're here or not, to hear me, thank you. Thank you for coming by. More interesting streams are on the way than hardcore. I understand hardcore isn't the most entertaining thing to watch. So yeah. What's coming? Super Dude Sunshine. It is a what's the name? Kaizo. It is a Kaizo hack made by War Spy King. That is going to be later this week, hopefully, as long as nothing comes up that causes me to not be able to stream this week. But I've gotten through all the technical issues. I think I'm just got done from being sick. I hope I'm not going to get sick again, although that's what I hoped earlier this year. And then I got sick for 2 months straight. Yeah, anyways, I'm rambling on here. Thank you everybody for stopping by. And later. Where's my mouse? I'm trying to end stream.